If you've cruised by the University of New Mexico campus on Central Avenue in Albuquerque, you've probably noticed a striking new building.
And it is the work of a world-famous architect, and his offices are just a few miles down the road. Tonight, Action 7 News reporter Matt Grubbs takes an in-depth look at the man who may be the most famous Albuquerquean you don't know.
It's hard to imagine, but take a moment and try to picture Albuquerque's West Mesa more or less empty.
The west side was pretty much blank. People were saying, well, you know, what's the deal here?
A fair question for architect Antoine Predock to answer.
Well, it's like a horse's blinders. You're looking toward the mountain, toward the city lights.
In the early 1970s, the young architect's La Luz development raised eyebrows by creating a close community on the vast expanse of the West Mesa, putting the low sun and strong winds behind everything. Homes at La Luz are clustered together like boulders that tumble down the mesa.
Developing as an architect here has been extraordinary because of the assault of the environment, the fantastic cultural strata that you have here.
Albuquerque is home to Antoine Predock, the internationally renowned architect who now has designed everything from the San Diego Padres ballpark to dizzying buildings half a world away.
You know, our work ranges from mainland China, 2 projects there, Taiwan, Canada, something maybe brewing in Marrakesh.
Predock's buildings also dot Albuquerque, the Rio Grande Nature Center for one, and a building at the corner of Comanche and Carlisle, the KOAT studios.
Yeah, I cruise by Channel 7 every now and then.
What turned our eye toward Predock, though, was UNM's Pearl Hall. Your first glimpse might be only in passing, one of the thousands of cars moving down Central at any time, day or night.
It's a building that has a 24/7 life.
It doesn't take much more than a second glimpse, though, to find unexpected revelations and reflections. Stand just about anywhere in Predock's building and you'll get a new view. It exposes something different and it all has a purpose. For example, from across one of the upper floors, students can see if their professor's in the office.
You immediately get a sense of what else is happening.
UNM's School of Architecture calls Pearl Hall home. Roger Schluntz's students will soon wander through Predock's building and hopefully take notes.
There's no ceilings. You see what you see.
It's not immediately you walk in and say, oh, I understand it.
Does Predock understand it? Well, of course. It's like all his buildings.
They're very site-specific and culturally specific to wherever I happen to land.
That's really Antoine Predock's story, how a place relates to what he's designing. It's a skill and a flair he honed in New Mexico. If you're lucky enough to catch up with him,
it's a clay model for the New Mexico spaceport.
He'll tell you this is where he does it best. In Albuquerque, Matt Grubbs, KOAT Action 7 News.
Neat. And some of Predock's latest projects are the Canadian Museum for Human Rights and the southern branch of Taiwan's National Palace Museum. If you'd like to see more of his designs, go to our website at KOAT.com and just look in the area where it says As Seen on 7 section.